right. We'll give both streams here a second to get caught up. We'll be closing here in about 6 minutes. All right. Oh, looks like that IBRX is finally triggering, but way too late in the day. So here are the plays from me for today. QSR. All right, let's go ahead and get started. Good afternoon. This is Ifan from the Strategic Day Trader, and this is your market wrap for February 15th, 2022. Qs up 2.4% with the gap up. SPY up 1.56. Also with the gap up this morning. We gapped up and kind of just held here after yesterday's sell-off. All right, came into today bearish on the Qs and SPY. And with today's gap up, it doesn't do too much. We did get some follow through the last couple days to the downside, and we're reversing a good amount of that. So, you know, with that, we haven't done anything to change this daily picture. It looks like, you know, this consolidation that we've been in has yet to pick a direction. But I can't be bullish. Just the double top there on the daily still intact. 20 MA on the hourly still pointing down, but it won't stay that way if we stay strong here on the hourly. So I'm going to stay bullish going into tomorrow. We just don't have any pivots really to work with right now. If we were to run up on the hourly and then create a pivot, that would give us something to work with. If we run up all the way up to the double top here, you know, we have to be thinking, okay, well then we've produced a higher low here on the daily and be looking bullish if we break above. So right now we can anticipate what it would take for us to turn bullish, but I'm going to stay bearish going into tomorrow. And we'll see. We do have Fed minutes releasing tomorrow. That also could provide a catalyst for one move one way or the other, because today we really just had a whole lot of nothing as far as the market move. You can see here we went from trying to make a new high, or we did make a new high, breaking out, to breaking back down and then back up to high of the day. You can see today's bar very, very narrow. So I don't think there's too much to read into it, except that we didn't get sold on the gap up. So not that bearish so far, and that's what we found out today, but not enough for me to switch to being bullish. Okay. All right, let's go over the plays from today. Started with this QSR. I'll show you the entry here. I like the pattern quite a bit. We'll start there. And as I mentioned in the room, if there's one thing about this that was a little bit aggressive, it was the daily, but I'll show you where the entry is here. So here was the entry. It was a buy setup. Now these bars are really tight, but actually because I waited for a secondary entry, the entry ended up being more around a 30-cent stop. Okay. And so I needed something around $59.90, closer to $60. We got close. You can see we ran up there a couple times, broke 70 a couple times, and then came back in. Now, because this was the way that it was because of the way it was moving, plus the daily, I knew that it was a bit aggressive. We did tighten up here, so just a little bit worse than break even. Not even half an hour there. Underneath this red bar, I said, let's go ahead and trail it. Okay, so that was the QSR. Partial loss on the QSR. Eventually would have stopped. But it was really, I just like this pattern. I thought we were playing with a pretty tight stop. And yeah, we got a couple new highs, but every time I made a new high, it came in. So, and there wasn't that much to take. So a little bit tough on the QSR. Like I said, the QSR, the daily is the problem here. So we have all of this here that it hasn't really cleared. It's kind of in the middle of this range here. Try to, you know, break above the range, try to break below the range, now back in the middle. Ideally, that's not where you want to be playing things that look like this on the daily. But like I said, I just really like the pattern. Really like the intraday, like the tight stop for that. Okay. Now, what you want to get better on the daily is stuff like this, where, okay, we have a smooth move down like that. Maybe we get a smooth move back up, and that was the JOBY. Mentioned it a couple times. I decided to pass on the first one and then played the second one. The first one was a breakout. Mentioned this. If you want to play over high of the day, end up letting that one go. Just because it had a big move already, and then when I looked at the 5, we had a 1, 2, 3. And then it gave another 1, 2, 3. So it already had a pop there and already had a pop there. I felt like, okay, it's getting a little bit late. So I'd like to see a pullback. And I did get the pullback here. Now, this is a little bit extended, but this is not 10:30 yet. So I'm still on the 2-minute, and 2-minute was fine. 2-minute actually was a double bottom there. And then that worked out okay. I think max on this was something like 3 hours. So I think this like tripled whatever I lost on the QSR. This was a lot better. Max on this was 3. It came away with like, I think 1.8, something like that. So yeah, this was a lot better, of course. And I'm going to close here. I did get shaken out of it. Don't really love the exit, but you know, that's what I do. 65-minute bar by bar after I've reached at least 2 Rs. So I got shaken out underneath that bar right there. So, you know, didn't go that much more after that. There's a closing bell, but you know, that's the JOBY. So yeah, nice play overall. I mean, this one could watch. Maybe it has more in the days to come. Looks like it's trying to transition on the daily, so that's pretty interesting. Okay. So yeah, I thought today, narrow, choppy day in the Qs and SPY. Gaps glitch wasn't great, so I felt like if you did okay today, if you made some money, then good enough. I don't think today was that filled with opportunities. But maybe tomorrow, maybe Thursday, Friday, you know, you never know. We're still in earnings season. Still got a lot of earnings reports coming through, enough anyway. So looking forward to the rest of the week, all right? And then we'll see if we get some more clarity on market direction, as well as we've kind of been stuck in this range. We're kind of like back to where we were at the end of January now. So we'll see. All right. That's going to do it for today's market wrap. Hope you guys have a good rest of the day, and I will talk to you tomorrow. Have a good evening.